Oh, look at this day. The reason I'm sitting at this here picnic table in this awesome weather is because a small company from New York called Top Strike Fishing reached out to me and wanted me to review some of their lures. Over the last year, I've been pretty much committed to just fishing with Wicked. Not because they're paying me, but because they catch everything. When Matthew reached out from Top Strike Lures to have me review his stuff, I couldn't say no. He's a small business. I'm a big fan of helping out small businesses. These spinners look super intriguing. They say that they are one of the toughest spinners on the market. They have extra, well, let's just get into it. We can show you what I'm talking about here. Oh, right. There we go. So that's the fellow right there. If you want to go check him out, Top Strike Fishing. Massive. These things are way bigger than I anticipated. I was under the assumption this was going to be some sort of little MEP type spinner, but it is huge. And look at the size. Can you even see this? This is garbage, hot garbage. The shaft of this thing is ridiculously thick. I can bend it, kind of. It goes back to what it needs to go to though. It has two different types of spinners. I don't understand what the point of both of them are. Maybe one attracts fish a different way than the other, but it is built very well. It does have this little treble hook cover, which I could take it or leave it, but it does have a split ring on it, which is nice. I personally hate treble hooks, so he gives you the option to modify and put on a single hook to this thing. It gives you a jump off point, and then you can kind of tune it up the way you want. Pretty decent sized blade here, and then this spinner, we'll see how she spins in the water. From what I've heard, everything functions good. It's got two beads, so this propeller spinner will not get bound up on this other spinner. I believe these things come in 1/4 ounce weights. Man, it's bugs, which are nice because that'll get it down in the water column fairly deep. Let's see, so I got a bronze one, comes with a silver one as well. The weight itself, or whatever they're using as a weight, is still a bronze, but same idea and concept. Everything's just silver on this one. Now, one thing he is proud of is the fact that nothing on here is painted. So that's good, it won't chip. What you see is what you get color-wise, and that's how it's gonna stay. Oh, comes with a sweet little thing on how to tie knots. That's fun. I'm gonna swap out these hooks to make them single hooks. Maybe throw a little flare on the end of it. All right, enough yakking. Let's fish these things. We're doing it, and we're doing it without a boot on. Pretty sweet. Things are coming along. There we are. And there we are. I'm on one of my more favorite lakes. It's very peaceful. As stated before, I hate treble hooks, so treble hook is off. I put these single hooks on every one of these. We are all rigged up and ready to go. I did add some flare, put on some feathers and some deer hair onto a set of the spinners. So let's get to paddling and test out these Top Strike fishing lures. Been doing this for about maybe 25 minutes, and I know it looks like it's the middle of the day, but it is 10:30 at night, and that sun is just about to go down, or at least go behind the mountain. I am losing daylight. I had no bites, unfortunately, so I'm going to switch things up. I was using the bronze colored spinner, and I am now going to alternate over to the silver spinner with the feather and deer hair that I tied on earlier today. So we're rigged up. We'll see if maybe silver is the one that they want, with a little extra pizzazz on the tail end of this thing. So I've been at it for an hour. Unfortunately, I had a very nice trout on, but for whatever reason, the trout here, when they get hooked, they fight just like a silver salmon. They're out of the water more than they're in the water. Jumping, flipping, it's crazy. That fish threw the hook pretty quick. Positives, these things work. They catch fish. And I know for a fact that they would murder pike. The lake I'm at has native trout, so they're a lot more spooked when it comes to artificial lures. Well, they don't bite anything like stock trout, that's for sure. We did get one. Now it was on the one that I tied a little extra pizzazz on. That might say something. Maybe it was just a lucky bite. Maybe it was the fact that it was silver and not the bronze. I don't know. Negative was didn't land it, and I feel like I've been going over a ton of fish and they weren't interested. Now we're going to test the theory of if these two blades are better than one. Obviously, I brought one wicked lure. If these fish are not interested in this thing, then it's just not meant to be. Boy, oh boy. It is pushing midnight. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. There was zero luck on the old wicked lure. This wasn't a how many fish can I catch video. This was a let's review these Top Strike lures from New York, which is so cool. Way more pros than cons for these things. These are built like an absolute tank. The blade on here, this blade is massive. It throws off a ton of vibration. I am still not sold on that thing. I don't understand what the point of it is. I feel like sometimes less is more. It would be cool to see maybe these little ball beads here, a color of some sort. I understand that the way that he did this was there is nothing painted on here, so nothing's gonna chip. It's always gonna stay the same color. Very basic. This big old chunk of brass is fantastic. Good bit of weight. When I did catch the fish, I had no extra weight on the line. I was just trolling this. You can still launch this thing pretty far, and it gets pretty deep. The fact that he has this split ring on here, so you can swap those treble hooks out, put whatever hook you want on. That's awesome. Along with adding on your own thing. The fish that I caught was on one of those hooks that I had tied up earlier in the day. I feel like I did an injustice to these almost by coming to this lake, swinging for the fences, because I knew if I had gotten a fish on this lake, I would have gotten a good one. I didn't want to just go get stock 8-inch rainbow trout. I was trying for something that had some size to it. Who knows? Maybe over on the East Coast where he's mainly selling these, they are killing it over there. Matthew, thank you for the opportunity to review these. I know these things will catch fish. I just unfortunately couldn't get into them. Well, I did, but I couldn't get them on film. He did not pay me for any of this. Always have to mention that. Appreciate you guys watching. Go check his stuff out. Support a small business. It's a good thing to do at times like these. Till the next one. Thank you guys.